Okay, here is our code that we have used, Mario and me. Firstly, we have the includes for the random numbers and for the C++ standard. Then we have defined the two matrices that it requires this project, the 5x5 and 50x50. We have here a function that prints the matrix, and here the random values. So with this we put random numbers in the matrix and we don't have to put it by hand. Here is the title. We have used this. It is like this. And we have put this simple get, that is a function that when we click in the terminal, you have to click to continue with the main program. It's not, this wasn't required, but we have here. And then we have put the rows and columns variables 5x5. We have stored it in a float matrix. Here we call the random function. We want only the rows minus one. We don't need this line extra for the rows. Only we need rows minus one. And then we do the triangulation part. We traverse the matrix column by column until we arrive to the n, that then is rows minus 1, which is the number of variables we have in the matrix. We don't need the last member, which is independent. Then we call the variable pivot the upper diagonal of the matrix, and then we traverse from rows to rows. Then we comprovate if the absolute value of pivot is less than 0. This means that the matrix will be or incompatible or indeterminate. Then we go to the zeroing the part pivot, below pivot. And for this, we store in a variable the least common multiple between subpivot and pivot. For the subtracting, it would be 0. So here below, we iterate column until the n plus 1 to put to change all the values of this row, and we comprovate to be 0, and we put if the absolute value of this point that we want to be 0 is less than 10 elevate minus 6, we put is 0. That is because if it's a float, so there could be problems, so we make this comproval. Once we have the upper triangle of the matrix, we do the backtracking. So this works by starting from the last row and going upwards, and we do first the first unknown, which are 2 values, and then we divide the 2 row by the pivot, and we have the first result. Then we subtract the values that we have plugged in before in the float result, and we do this way until we arrive to the top to reach all the answers. And with this we have all the results for the matrix, and then we display the solution. Now I'm going to the book. Here is with the 5x5 matrix. We click on it K. Here we have the matrix that the random values have put. Here the triangulation matrix. And then the solution. And the same with the 50 by 50. We have here the 50 by 50 matrix. And now we have the incompatible or indeterminate because some value is the pivot is less than 0. We repeat. And now we have the matrix. The upper triangulation form. And for the last, all the values. And that's it. That's our program.